Today, we're diving into the extraordinary life of Giorgio Armani, the Italian fashion legend who redefined elegance with his minimalist suits and built a global empire. Tragically, Giorgio Armani passed away on September 4, 2025, at the age of 91, leaving an unmatched legacy in fashion. In this video, we're covering it all: his cause of death, wife, or lack thereof, family, net worth, houses, age, lifestyle, and a detailed biography tracing his journey from a small Italian town to the pinnacle of style. This is a long one, packed with stories of his rise, his personal life, and the empire he left behind. Whether you're a fashion lover, admire his red carpet looks, or want to know how he lived like a king, stick around, we've got all the details. Grab a coffee, get comfy, and let's honor the life of Giorgio Armani. Let's get started. Let's begin with Giorgio Armani's biography, a story of resilience, vision, and Italian flair that transformed global fashion. Born on July 11, 1934, in Piacenza, Italy, Giorgio grew up in a modest family during the tough post-World War II years. His father, Ugo Armani, was an accountant for a transport company, and his mother, Maria Raimondi, was a homemaker who kept the family together through wartime hardships. Giorgio, the middle child, had an older brother, Sergio, and a younger sister, Rosanna. Life wasn't easy. He's shared memories of hiding in ditches during air raids and a traumatic incident at age 8 when he was severely burned by an exploding artillery shell, spending 40 days in hospital, per Web, 0. These early struggles shaped his grit. After high school at Liceo Scientifico Leonardo da Vinci in Milan, Giorgio enrolled in medicine at the University of Milan but left after 2 years for military service in 1953, working in a Verona military hospital. Realizing medicine wasn't his calling, he pivoted to fashion, starting as a window dresser at Milan's La Renaissance department store in 1957, where he developed his eye for style, per Web, 015. By 1964, he was designing menswear for Nino Ceruti's Hitman line, honing his tailoring skills. In the late 1960s, he met Sergio Galeotti, his partner in love and business, who encouraged him to freelance for brands like Allegri and Bugatti. In 1975, at 41, Giorgio and Sergio founded Giorgio Armani S.p.A. in Milan with $10,000 from selling Giorgio's Volkswagen, launching a men's ready-to-wear collection that revolutionized fashion with soft, deconstructed jackets and neutral tones, per Web, 016. Their women's line followed in 1976, and by 1980, Giorgio's designs for Richard Gere and American Gigolo made him a Hollywood name, cementing his power suit legacy, per Web, 3. The 80s and 90s saw Armani's empire grow with Emporio Armani, Armani Exchange, fragrances, like 1982's Giorgio Armani perfume, and eyewear deals with Luxottica, per Web 21. By 2000, he was a billionaire, with a 2001 Guggenheim retrospective celebrating his work, per Web, 0. His influence extended to hotels. Armani Hotel Dubai opened in 2010, sports, owning Olimpia Milano basketball team, and philanthropy, like donating €1.25 million for COVID relief in 2020, per Web, 10. In 2025, Giorgio was active until his final days, overseeing Milan Fashion Week's 50th anniversary celebrations, per Web 22. Fans on X mourned, King Giorgio's legacy is eternal, those suits changed everything, per Post, 7. Now, the sad part, Giorgio Armani's cause of death. On September 4, 2025, Giorgio passed away peacefully at his Milan home at 91, surrounded by loved ones, per Web, 0622. The Armani Group announced, Il Signor Armani worked until his final days, but his official cause of death hasn't been publicly detailed. Reports suggest complications from an age-related illness, as his absence from June 2025 Milan Fashion Week, a first in 50 years, sparked health concerns, with the brand noting he was recovering from an undisclosed condition, per Web, 6-7. Giorgio had faced health challenges before, like hepatitis C in 2009, but recovered, per Web, 5. X posts reflect the shock, with fans saying, 91 and still designing? Giorgio was a warrior, per Post, 5. On the topic of wife, Giorgio Armani never married and had no wife. Openly gay, His most significant relationship was with Sergio Galeotti, an architectural draftsman he met in 1966 in Forte dei Marmi, Italy. Sergio was his life partner and business co-founder until his death from AIDS in 1985 at age 40, a loss that deeply affected Giorgio, per Web 0517. In a 2015 Corriere della Sera interview, Giorgio shared, "Sergio was my great love. I endured immense pain, but it made me stronger," per Web 5. Since then, Giorgio remained private, with no confirmed partners in 2025, focusing on his work. He once told The Guardian, "I'm married to my company," per Web 13. He had no children, leaving his empire's future to family and trusted colleagues, per Web 4. Family was Giorgio's backbone, despite his private nature. Born to Hugo and Maria, he was close to his siblings. Sergio died 2015, and Rosanna, 87 in 2025, a former model who's worked with the Armani Group, per Web 04. His nieces, Silvana and Roberta Armani, Sergio's daughters, and nephew, Andrea Camerana, Rosanna's son, hold key roles in the company, with Roberta as PR director and Silvana in womenswear, per Web 412. Giorgio's 2016 Giorgio Armani Foundation ensures the brand's independence, with these family members on the board, per Web 8. He told Fortune in 2024, "My family and team will carry my vision," per Web 14. Ex-fans note, the Armani family is his legacy's heart, per Post 6. Net worth? At his death in 2025, Giorgio Armani's fortune was estimated at $12.1 to $13.2 billion, per Web 0 for 10/13/18. As sole shareholder and CEO of Giorgio Armani SPA, he built a $2.7 billion, 2024 revenue, empire with 7,000 employees and 500 stores, per Web 423. His wealth stemmed from fashion lines, Giorgio Armani, Emporio Armani, Armani Exchange, fragrances. Acqua di Gio generates $1 billion annually, hotels, and licensing deals with L'Oreal and Luxottica, per Web 1021. In 2025, the brand invested $389 million in store renovations and e-commerce, per Web 24. Giorgio's succession plan, via his foundation, ensures his fortune supports the brand and philanthropy, like his refugee work with the UN, per Web 410. Ex-Post's hype, $12B and still independent, Giorgio was a genius, per Post 3. Houses? Giorgio's real estate was as iconic as his designs. His primary residence was a 17th-century Milan palazzo on Via Borgo Nuovo, bought in the 80s, worth 20 to 30 million euros, with minimalist interiors and art collections, per Web 1118. He owned the Pantelleria Island retreat in Sicily, a volcanic estate with Demusi houses and a pool, valued at 15 million euros, where he spent summers, per Web 15. His Antibes, France, waterfront villa, bought in 2001 for 10 million euros, now worth 30 million euros, boasted sea views, per Web 11. A St. Moritz chalet in Switzerland, worth 10 million euros, was his winter escape, per Web 11. In 2020, he added a $17.5 million Manhattan penthouse with Central Park views, per Web 15. His 213-foot yacht, Maine, valued at 60 million euros, was a Mediterranean staple, per Web 11. Ex-fans gush, Giorgio's homes were pure elegance, like his suits, per Post 7. Lifestyle? Giorgio's life in 2025 was disciplined yet luxurious. At 5 feet 8 inches, he stayed fit with yoga, walks, and a Mediterranean diet, fish, veggies, olive oil, and espresso, per Web 15. His style was iconic, black t-shirts and pants for casual, bespoke Armani suits for events, per Web 10. He drove a Mercedes-Benz S-Class or Porsche 911 and traveled by private jet to Milan, Antibes, or NYC, per Web 11. Socially, he hosted stars like Leonardo DiCaprio at intimate dinners, per Web 20. Hobbies included art collecting, gardening in Pantelleria, and reading philosophy, per Web 15. His Instagram, at Giorgio Armani, 10 million followers, shared brand updates, per Web 10. A sports fan, he owned Olimpia Milano and designed Olympic uniforms, per Web 22. His philanthropy, via the Armani Foundation, supported Milan's community, per Web 6. X posts praised, Giorgio at 91 was still the coolest, per Post 5. Challenges? Giorgio faced a 2009 hepatitis C battle, recovering after treatment, per Web 5. His business weathered a 2020 COVID hit and a 2024 Italian probe into labor practices, settling with a €3.5 million fine, per Web 21. Sergio's 1985 death was his hardest blow, but he rebuilt alone, per Web 17. Ex-fans say, Giorgio's strength was unreal, per Post 8. In summary, Giorgio Armani, 91 at his death on September 4, 2025, from an age-related illness, left a $12.1 billion empire. Never married, his family and foundation inherit his legacy. His homes and lifestyle were as elegant as his designs. What's your favorite Armani moment, a red carpet gown or his suits? Drop it in the comments, like if you're inspired, and share with fashion fans. Want more on icons like Versace? Let me know. Thanks for watching, stay stylish, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.